Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome to our first look at SNOWRUNNER, a game available now on PC, PS4, and Xbox. That, of course, is the most ultimate off-road driving simulator. I played a bit of this game, and I wanted to give you my first look and impressions off of what I think of the game so far. So let's go ahead and get trucking, as we now need to go and explore ourselves a garage in order to bring some of our other vehicles here. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are asking, well, where's the snow? Well, the game actually has several maps around the United States and Russia where we can go to areas that it's snowing and also areas in the late fall. This happens to be the Michigan maps, where we're driving a old International up to a garage, so that way we can unlock that and then be able to transport some of our other vehicles here. So we're going to try to head up to the garage here to the left, see if we can unlock that and transport other vehicles here to do some other jobs. In this game, we've actually been allowed to start building things like bridges and clearing rock slides and delivering supplies to workers to continue working on things such as the oil fields in Alaska. And when we get to Alaska, that's where all the snow and the ice comes in, and the snow and the ice is quite interesting. It really does feel more realistic than the previous iterations of the game, but of course it has its own share of problems, everything from a little bit of problems with the steering wheel, and things don't feel quite right just yet that need a little tuning from the community. There's a lot of feedback going on in their discords, and of course people are making suggestions all the time to the developer to make some changes to things like that. However, there are mods and such that are available for download as well, or that should be coming soon, and the game certainly feels a lot like previous MudRunner and SNOWRUNNER, or rather Spin Tires game here in SNOWRUNNER. Look at this, this is beautiful. Let's take a look at the inside of the vehicle now and see if we can get up this hill. There is first-person mode too. Lots of other vehicles, realistic vehicles, everything from International to GMC, Chevy, and Caterpillar, and even Russian brands too that I've seen before. Let's go ahead and see if we can get up this hill here. Oh, we might actually have to throw her into differential lock and see if we can climb this hill. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Now, one thing I haven't seen... Oop, careful now. One thing I haven't seen in this game is the ability to use an actual transmission. As you can see here on the right side, I'm actually sliding between low and automatic and high and neutral. Even though I've set up my steering wheel, which also has a shifter, in order to use the gear shift, manual gearbox, it doesn't seem to actually work that way at the moment, so we'll have to see. Okay, let's get up there. I might be doing something wrong on my end. I've got quite a few hours into the game, and I'm still learning, of course, as it is a new game, but we'll see exactly how things go soon enough. Alright, let's go ahead and try to go into low with all-wheel drive and differential lock-on in order to get up this hill. It's some rough terrain, but it's not impossible, so long as we keep on flooring it. Sometimes things just take a whole lot of flooring. And we can also use the trees for assistance too. You can use winches in this game in order to winch yourself up and down and over things, and even connect to other vehicles. Multiplayer is limited, just as the other games are, to only 4 players. So keep in mind that if you and 3 friends want to truck around, it's best to always have a friend with you. The game can be quite dangerous to go alone, so bring a friend to go and do jobs in groups of 2. Alright, we're going to clearly have to use a winch here, so let's go ahead and give it a shot. Good opportunity to show how this works. Now, there are tons of upgrades in this game, too. Everything in this game can be upgraded, so the beginning vehicles that they give you are really difficult to use on purpose. A lot of things just have highway tires and very small engines, and you can always upgrade yourself up to off-road tires, all-terrain tires, mud tires, and even snow tires, which will allow you to go through those terrains a lot easier. Alright, at the top of the windy road that we just traveled on is the garage entrance, and now that we've unlocked that, we can go to other places in the world map. So check this out. Michigan alone has 4 maps within the region, as well as Alaska and Tamir, which will eventually have a 4th region added for free in an upcoming update. Of course, very importantly in this game is oil drilling and moving resources around, and if we go to Black River, we can take a look here at the maps and such, and go to other locations that we've discovered and unlocked. This is the beginning area of the game, and it's really, really, really fun. I really enjoy this. Let's take a look at the map. You can see here that we've completed a lot of main objectives, including building bridges and such in this game. We literally build those so that way we can take some of the larger vehicles across with less effort. Another bridge up here at the top, and even clearing landslides. But what I'd like to go to now is hop over to Alaska to Northport and see if we can go ahead and move some cargo around in here. It appears that there is a vehicle that is stuck in the mountains here that we'll have to somehow get down to the road and bring it over to the camp over here. So let's go ahead and get started with that. we'll travel to the garage and see if we can get ourselves situated by transporting some vehicles over there. So let's do it. We're going to actually grab a GMC or something like that. One of my favorite vehicles in the game will probably suffice here, so let's go find that. If we take a look here at the trucks that we have available, these are all the trucks that we have in the garage right now. Notice that I didn't yet park our other vehicles in here. So if you leave a vehicle on the world map, for example, if you leave some vehicles in the main world in Michigan, you'll need to park them in the garage first before you can use them elsewhere. One of the greatest vehicles that I've been using so far, probably one of my favorites, is, the GMC is a very good vehicle to begin with, but the Fleet Star here, the flatbed, almost record truck, is very incredible for getting through and transporting stuff all around, but probably the biggest cheat vehicle that you can get for pre-ordering the game and or getting the premium edition is the Con 39 Marshall. So let's take a look at what things have to offer on the snow here in Alaska. Keep in mind too, look at all this customization you can do for the game, everything from the engine, gearbox, tires, frame add-ons, which can also convert a semi-truck into a flatbed trailer if you want to, and the ability to put cranes and also get vehicles out of the mud by having two friends. One friend use a crane to lift the truck out of the mud, and then put it onto another friend who has a flatbed, that type of thing. Pretty cool. We can also paint and add extra customizations to our vehicles, such as rims if we want to, if they're available, that is. And a lot of things, as I mentioned, need to be unlocked from the world map. So let's go ahead and get started with that. We're going to go ahead and leave the garage with this vehicle. And we're going to set a course now to go and pick up that vehicle stuck in the mountains. So we'll have to make a marker to remember to turn here. We'll have to go through some water there and make our way this way. And once we hit the fuel station, I should remember where this is. I've been here quite a few times. We'll have to figure out how to get up there. And I'm assuming that means we'll have to probably take a turn here and somehow climb up there from here to pull that vehicle down. So we can track this quest if we go to tasks. Tasks in the game, by the way, are, like I mentioned, building tunnels or repairing tunnels and bridges and clearing rock slides. This is what helps you get around the map more and unlock stuff. And then this is where you really make the money under contracts. Once the roads are clear and everything's operational again from landslides or avalanches, that's a good way to make some money. So let's go to Stuck in the Mountains. Apparently it's a Chevrolet CK1500. If we have this vehicle delivered, then we get $1,650 and also XP. XP is also used for unlocking things in the future too. So let's give this vehicle a try and see how it works. And let's go have some fun. Alright, and away we go on our first mission to go try to pull out a vehicle here. After discovering garages, then you're free to take on tasks and such. And I want to show you some bigger vehicles in this game as well, but I've been playing it like crazy. So remember, if you do subscribe to the channel and also smash that like button and let me know you want to see more of this one. So if you haven't already subscribed and smashed that like button, make sure you do. Turn your notifications on to all, so that way you receive all notifications for live streams of SNOWRUNNER. This is amazing. Look at this. We are literally drifting on ice right now. Look at this. No acceleration at all. And we're just kind of coasting through. A nice drift. It's actually my first time driving on this ice lake, so that's quite awesome, actually. All right, let's head back over to the old road. She's just sliding right in. Nice. Very good. Okay, so now we got to get to the top of this mountain. And one of the cool things in this game, too, is that there's different routes for all your vehicles as well. So sometimes, you know, it's a little easier to take a truck on a different route than it is to take a scout vehicle. And the game does separate the vehicles too, from everything from scouting vehicles to large heavy duty off-road vehicles, that type of thing, such as giant fuel carriers. We're going to make our way up to the top of the hill here. There we go. Wait, what does that sign say? Moose. Uh-oh. Wow, let's go into first person here. It's a little easier to drive in first person, though it is much cooler to see the game in third person, because you can see all that mud whipping up and you can actually watch the road around you. And the tires on this vehicle, by the way, are really wild. You can be pulled to either side with this vehicle. Even if you're just going straight, she'll whip you right off to the side. Now, I'm also playing with a Logitech G920 steering wheel as well, so the game can be played with a keyboard and mouse. It can be played with a controller or a steering wheel as well. So if you have any of those, it'll probably make the game much easier. Wow, this track is, well, we're not driving on a speedway, we're driving on a big old muddy road here. At least we haven't hit too much mud yet. Oh, there it is. That's it right there. Okay. Well, getting right through that wasn't that hard. Alright, our next marker should be up here. and to what seems to be the right. So it looks like we got about 200 meters to go. So let's keep on trucking that way. I'm assuming there's also functions in the game to turn on and off things such as the kilometers and miles per hour. If you want to change it, I think you can. There we go. I'm trying to get on the road here, but she's fighting me. There we go. Awesome. Alright, looks like there's a gas station this way. So that's where we've been before. Alright, so 130 meters to go that way. Hitting some mud again. There we go. The sign is mocking us with the 35 miles per hour. Well, as you can see, mud and dirt and snow and such all mix up really nicely in this game, and it's really cool to see. For example, if we go off-road over here, you can see that we can actually make some big, deep cuts in the snow, and it's just looks absolutely beautiful. Really cool looking. Yes, the gas station to our left. Here we can actually get fuel and haul trailers and stuff around for extra money. There's tasks and things that can be found at the gas station. And we can also fuel ourselves up there, which will affect your vehicle. Weight inside of your vehicle for fuel, such as if you're carrying a large cistern or something on the back and you fill it up halfway versus full, will affect you just as much as your gas tanks on your current vehicle will make your vehicle more heavy, which is a beneficial thing in some situations, to have a much more heavy vehicle, depending on what you're driving on. Whew. Alright, let's make a splash down here. Trying to keep her as straight as possible, but of all the vehicles, this is definitely one that you're going to be zigzagging all the way around for whichever reason. There we go. Let's take a look at first person as we come out of here. Alright, though, this here is the road we're looking for, so let's head up to the top of the mountain and see if we can find what we're looking for. Vehicles over 40 prohibited. I think this vehicle was made in 1990, so I think we're good. Actually, that's a reference to height and weight and length. It's a... Yeah, okay. Alright, let's head our way to the top. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so now we're making our way closer to our objective. Oh, there's an upgrade nearby, actually. We might be able to stop and go get that. Let's take a look here. Looks like that is somewhere nearby, but I don't actually see it on the map. Huh, interesting. Maybe a hidden upgrade. Alright, we're almost to the back of the mountain. Certainly seems to be a hidden upgrade, maybe. Ah, there is something hidden there. Well, would you look at that? A car has fallen into the river in Lego City. Let's go see if we can get that out, actually. A little side quest here that's not appearing on the map, which it should. So that's a surprising find. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this upgrade. We've unlocked a bigger engine, not for this truck, but something that we can customize there, the GB8V 2600 TTA. Unfortunately, I wish in this game it would tell you exactly what vehicle it was for. You can show the truck list and whatnot, and I just wish it would do it by just saying it right there. It is available for the Royal, the Caterpillar, the Freightliner, and the Dairy Longhorn. But I wish it would just show what vehicle it was for on the main menu. A little annoying, but nothing we can't handle. Alright, let's back out of here. See if we can get back on the main road. Let's actually go into third person here. There we go. Make a nice turn in the river and head up towards the top. Now the rear view and side view mirrors actually work in the game, and it is a little difficult at the moment with the mouse to look around. It's kind of the only way to look around the cab, even if you're using a steering wheel, unless you use a controller, so that might be a good thing too. Alright, time to go to the top here and find out how to get to go rescue this truck. Well, let's see here. Well, it looks like an awfully dangerous climb here. Should be able to brush some of these trees out of the way if we want to. There we go. Let's try climbing up here and see if we can find that vehicle. Well, they certainly weren't joking when they said this truck was in the mountains. Okay. Let's make a marker to it. Should be right in front of us. So that is to the right. Alright. Fall back a little bit. Wonderful. Wow, what a mountain climber. We should bring a climbing rope and everything. And there we are. We found a pickup truck. I was expecting it to be a big truck, but looks like it's a little one. We've got an emergency. A group of scientists went in the mountains on an expedition. They must have gotten trapped after the storm. There's a reward for anyone who can find and return them safely. $1,600 and 240 XP if we accept this mission. Let's go ahead and start tracking that. And now we have to tow the truck back to their camp. So it looks like the best way to do this is to maybe go back the way we came. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. So any of these missions that look like a vehicle stuck in mud or sand or what have you is a mission that we can do to actually unlock a new vehicle or just to get some quick cash. One thing I've noticed too, by the way, if you watch the front drive wheels, you notice that I'm turning as far as I can. Sometimes the wheels will straighten out unintentionally, and the game needs to do a little better job of detecting wheel turns. I've adjusted sensitivity and such over the course of a few hours, and it just doesn't seem to make any effect. So hopefully that's something that the developers make a change on in the future. Oh, this vehicle's out of fuel, so there's nothing they can do to drive for us. They'll just have to steer. Well, we'll get it down to the road, and then we will see. Actually, let's turn on our headlights. There we go. After a little horn honk, we're good. Well, whoever's driving that truck's doing a good job of driving in reverse. We'll flip it around, but there's not too much space here to get in front of the truck without putting our own vehicle at risk. Okay, we're almost to the road again. There we go. Apparently that tree got bumped even though we weren't close to it, but there you go. Okay. Well, we're back to the main road. That leads back to the highway. Let's throw her in low. Turn on that differential. Let's make our way through here. Now we'll be able to see the beautiful nighttime in the game as well. But you can also skip time in the game too in single player. Unfortunately, in multiplayer that doesn't seem to be available. But headlights are visible by other players, which was the thing that was missing from the previous games as well. So let's get this vehicle back. Alright, I've switched time to morning. Let's go ahead and turn in this quest now at the little camp here and see what we get. So turning in quests is pretty fun because it usually unlocks other quests too that are right next to it. So there we go, task completed, $1,600 and 240 XP. Thank you, the word has spread about what you did. Local radio and TV reporters started showing up, so don't be surprised if you're asked to do an interview. Awesome! Very cool. Alright, I want to see some more GMC trucks and whatnot, and some bigger vehicles. So let's go do that next, as there's still lots to explore in this map. Lots of vehicles that are abandoned, both in forms of trailers and also in the form of jobs to do, such as recovering trailers for corporations. Either you can find them out in the woods, or a company can call you and tell you to go pick it up. It's pretty cool. There's also trailer stores where you can buy additional trailers, so if you unlock one, you can then buy additional ones for you and your friends to make things a lot easier. Alright, let's go do a truck admission. Well, we're going to need one of these for our next job, the Fleet Star 2070A. I wanted to show you, by the way, all the trucks that were in the game. At the meantime, let's go ahead and take a look at all the vehicles available and see what we got here. Go to the truck store and take a look at all the vehicles that are available. Just give you a quick little glance at everything that you can unlock and then eventually buy. Pretty cool, as you can buy additional ones and unlock them after extra XP, making the game a lot easier. It first wants you to play the game in hard mode, really, so that way eventually you can unlock all the other worlds and stuff and travel around much easier. So there you go. There's a glimpse of what it has to offer. But I want to customize this truck for our next mission. Somewhere on the map there's a drilling site that needs us to go and load up some tubes. So it looks like somebody is needing some lost pipes somewhere at the drilling site. So we're going to have to go and find that somewhere on the map. Looks like we can go to the factory or the port in order to pick that up. And then the crane will help us to load it on the truck at the factory. And then, of course, we can drive it over to the drilling site, then offload it. So it's really just a small crane that we need to buy. So if we go to customization, we can buy a frame add-on. In this case, we can buy ourselves the LC38 loading crane. There's also auto load in the game as well. And there's even, as I mentioned, giant heavy cranes, which is really cool. This is great for getting vehicles stuck in the mud or maybe in the water or something like that. So essentially, we're just adding a crane onto our already existing flatbed and just pushing the flatbed back a little bit. So let's grab one of those. That's definitely going to be a necessity for us, necessary to complete our mission. So let's go ahead and do that. It's probably one of my favorite and most capable trucks so far, as it has all-wheel drive and differential lock and such. A little better than the other ones, just because I haven't unlocked them, all their upgrades yet. So let's leave the garage here, and let's head out. So now we know we're heading towards the factory or the port. And I think what I'll do here is take a look at the route again, and we'll probably head... Looks like it'll just be easier to go to the port. So we'll head over to the port, we'll load, and then we'll head over to the drilling site, and we'll offload, and we'll see if we can grab ourselves an upgrade on the way. Looks like there's no road here going to the drilling site, so when we come back, we'll have to make our way north along the river, and then head towards the drilling site. This is going to be a long job. Let's get her done. Now, to be honest, these trucks look and sound really, really incredible. This International is really a nice vehicle here. Take a look at that. Sounds good. Looks good. It is good. Let's take a look at the interior as well as we're driving around. Very nice. I like that. Okay, we're going to go do our current job then. Although I've noticed sometimes when you track other quests in the game, it seems to always put the main quests for the corporations, the contract quests, up in the upper right corner, even though sometimes you might want to just do tasks. So let's go ahead and make our way over to the port now and go pick up those tubes. Well, in terms of progression, this game feels really great. The fact that we're now seeing an example of one of the features of the game of being able to build bridges such as this one up here that I constructed earlier in one of our other live streams. You can see that without this bridge being here, we would have had to have taken a different way or possibly have gone off-road and tried to bypass the river crossing, which would have been near impossible. So the fact that we can deliver supplies to build things or rebuild them in the region is really, really cool. Something that I always wanted from MudRunner and I thought was missing from that game. Hauling logs and lumber around all day is cool, but in this game, each region also provides its own types of cargo. For example, oil is really only available here in Alaska, as where other construction materials are available on other maps too. So it's kind of pretty neat to see all that. I really like that. Let's go ahead and see here. We can pull into the port and find our parking space and pick up some pipes. That was my first time coming here, so I guess we'll have to buy our materials from here. And I'm assuming that it'll probably spawn on that higher platform, and then we'll have to load it with the crane into the back of the truck. So let's see if we can do this. Feels really good to drive this truck. Love it. Alright, let's just stop here now to see how cargo management works. So it looks like we're looking to load consumables. We have large pipes. There's other things we can get too. Manual loading items that we can take. Large pipes, cargo containers, drilling equipment, oversized cargo, consumables are all here. So we should be able to load something like this on the back of our truck. Now, they told us that it's oversized, but this is America, and you can call the cops if you don't like it. All right, let's go ahead and check over to see exactly if we can load this thing up. So let's go to cargo management. We're going to do a manual load. So they want me to bring over large pipes. Let's make sure. So if we take a look here at the lost tube, they want us to deliver large pipe times 1. So all we got to do is just order 1. We should be able to spawn it then for manual loading. So let's go ahead and see if we can do that. No visible winch attachment points. Well, that's not what we're trying to do, but we want to try to load one of these things. Cargo management. Oh, maybe we need to be out of the zone. Oh, wait. Is that it right there? That can't be it. Hold on. That can't be what just was supposed to spawn, is it? Maybe it is. I was expecting it. Oh, it is! Wow, would you look at that? So there are some very large things in this game. So we have consumables that are smallable. Smallable, consumable. Things like light construction, clothes to food, furniture, maybe other stuff like that. So we will need a giant truck to haul this thing over here. So about the only thing we can haul is maybe the cargo container. So there might be other jobs for us to do too. We'll have to find a bigger truck then to do that. Now, in order to get the bigger trucks to do that, if you find a roadblock like that, you'll just have to continue to do other jobs and find other vehicles and other maps. For example, here in this map, we can just go to the tunnel here, or the other tunnel here, to unlock more parts of the Alaskan map, and then eventually get ourselves some large trailers and such. So the worst case scenario in this game is, oh darn, my truck's too small. Well, we can return to the garage, and we can actually get ourselves a flatbed truck that, rather not a flatbed truck, but a flatbed trailer to pull behind this truck, then have another truck come here to load it with the crane. So for example, in multiplayer, we could have one friend here with the International with the crane on it, and another friend with the pipes. Once we load them up, we can then escort them over to the drilling site and have ourselves a good time. That's pretty cool. No problems here then. We just go back to the garage, and we can go ahead and change our vehicle. Perfect. So now we will have to make the drive again, but that's half the fun in the game, to be honest. And we can actually change now to have ourselves a low saddle or a high saddle. In this case, we probably want ourselves the probably the low saddle. So let's switch over to that. And then we can go pick up a trailer now. So we'll have to find a trailer on the map that we can use. Oh, it looks like we can actually load up our crane can stay on our truck. So let's see if we can find a trailer around here. Otherwise, we'll have to buy one. Looks like there's small trailers here. We'll have to go see what they are. Fuel carrier. There might be one at the port, too. Let's see here. There's a trailer store right next to it. So, good thing we made that change so that we can go buy a bigger trailer. Or we can bring one with us. For example, here, we have ourselves a trailer, too. Which, let's go inspect and see what that one is. Let's go ahead and launch our vehicle again. So there's a trailer store here. Let's actually go take a look at that. That's a good opportunity to do so. And there's a trailer right there, but I believe that one might be too small for that large pipe. Let's go ahead and check the trailer store now. Ah, would you look at that. So we can actually buy some of the things that we need. This trailer here, a little hard to see, but that's probably the size flatbed that we need to haul something like that. And that's going to cost us $6,600. There's also sideboard trailers, which is kind of like that one over there. Service trailers, heavy-duty lowboys, things that you can load other vehicles onto if you'd like to. Fuel carriers. Really what we're looking for here is this bad boy. The flatbed semi-trailer is really what we want to get here. So that's probably going to be the most useful thing for us. So our money is $7,500. We can actually buy one of these or find one of these too and bring it from the Michigan map, I believe. Although trailers operate a little strangely in this game. The trailer doesn't stay with the truck anymore. You have to find the trailer on the world map and then bring it places you need to go. So I could spend $6,600, and I probably should, because each region you can bring the trailer around the map, but you have to find it first. So we could spend $6,600 now, or we could find it on the map somewhere. Who's to say that the tunnel doesn't have the trailer just on the other side of it? Unfortunately, we can bring trucks to different regions, but we can't bring trailers. So, for example, we can't bring the fuel carrier semi-trailer to Michigan from here, but we can bring a truck, that type of thing. Very cool indeed. I have so much more to do in this game. I can't wait to play more of it. I'm really excited to play more of this game for sure. Alright, a lot of satisfaction done with some of these vehicles, that's for sure. Especially delivering stuff. I absolutely love it. All the off-road and such feels so good. I really enjoy that. Very cool. Alright, that's all the time we have here for today, everybody. Thank you for joining me for SNOWRUNNER. A very easy first glimpse at the game, but really more encouraging you to see more of the features by subscribing and coming and watching some of the live streams. We'll play some more multiplayer and do some more stuff in the future. So I hope you're interested in the game. If you are, you can go ahead and get the game via the code RAPTORIA at checkout. If you get it on PC, you can follow the link in the comments section. And I hope to see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. Take care, and have a great day. Bye-bye.